Good morning, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us here on your Tuesday. Today is November 12th, and it's 7 o'clock on the Wax. I'm Caitlin Francis.
I'm Caitlin Nuclo. Let's get right over to Jill Gilardi for the details on that first alert forecast, because we have a first alert to talk about today because of that red flag warning, right, Jill?
That is correct. Once again, we're going to be seeing those conditions that if a fire were to start up, well, it could get easily out of control and keep going and going.
It's very breezy.
Yeah, it is very gusty outside. Yeah. Certainly saw the leaves all spinning around. And so, yeah, other than, just avoiding anything that create a spark outside, you're good. The other thing with these winds, they're gusting over 30 miles per hour, so that can even make travel a little challenging, especially, high-profile vehicles. You'll feel the tug at times. Now, we're seeing the red flag warning once again in effect today. That means high fire weather danger. Some of the gusts we're seeing right now, 16 to as much as 23 miles per hour. So very gusty conditions out there. A few clouds are watching over towards Waterbury, but no rain coming down for them, and you can see the flag blowing in the wind. It's not too crazy there, with variable winds at 6 miles per hour, 46 degrees. And while you think, oh, we're starting off with temperatures, doesn't feel too bad, they're not going to be going much farther upwards. So this is kind of where we're hanging out with for the rest of today. As you can see, we're in the low 50s with at least bright sunshine after a few morning clouds. Some of us may not even get up to the 50-degree range. About 46 in Goshen, 52 in Windsor, 48 in Storrs. So definitely a fall day, traditional fall day, breezy conditions, and those highs in the 50s generally. All right, we're going to be talking about the coolest air since April on the way. We'll be timing that out coming up a little later in your first alert forecast. Caitlin?
All right, thanks, Jill. Good morning, everyone. Let's get you a check on those roads if you're heading out the door here this morning. We are dealing with those gusty, breezy conditions. So as Jill was just mentioning, you could be kind of feeling that in your vehicle here. So hang on tight to the steering wheel. Might need to reduce those speeds if you feel some of those wind gusts pick up where you are traveling here this morning as we take a live look outside in Hartford, 91 north and southbound, Waterbury, 84 east and westbound, in and out of the Mixmaster there, Middletown along Route 9, and Meriden 691 east and westbound. Nice bright sunshine, though. You will need the sunglasses, and we're seeing some of those normal delays through the capital city region. 40-minute ride towards Hartford on 84, and then 95 southbound, just over a 100-minute ride on towards the George Washington Bridge. The Parkway also backing up. Let's quick check at your Connecticut Chevy First Alert traffic report driven by your Connecticut Chevy dealers.
Now to our top story this morning. An educator in Cheshire has been temporarily removed after a politically charged video circulated online. That viral video is now being investigated, and there's an increased police presence at schools this morning as well.
Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Olivia Schuler has all of the details on this developing story.
This morning, parents will see an increased police presence at schools throughout the district. Now, no threats have been made to any of the schools. However, there are some safety concerns after a video was posted online of a teacher spreading hateful political messaging. We've obtained a viral video which appears to show a woman making threats against Donald Trump supporters. The district superintendent has not confirmed to us the educator temporarily removed from the district is the woman tied to this viral video. Superintendent Jeff Solon says he has no comment as this is a personnel matter. He did send a message to families in the district on Monday saying he learned of the video over the weekend. He says the teacher made the video for her private Snapchat group, but it was somehow leaked on social media and posted publicly by someone who recorded it. The educator has been temporarily removed from the district. Right now, Cheshire Public Schools is reviewing the situation. Solon assured families in his statement, quote, she was expressing her personal opinion and not those of Cheshire Public School. Parents in the community are disheartened after hearing of the messaging coming from an educator.
So whether you agree politically or not doesn't matter. You're a teacher and educator educating our kids. You need to be cognitive of who's going to hear what you say, whether it's not intended, for the public or not.
Solon says since the video was posted online, the district has been inundated with phone calls and emails from outside the Cheshire community. Just a reminder to any families that will be dropping off kids today, there will be an increased police presence. In Cheshire, Olivia Schuler, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
This morning, police in Bristol identified the man killed in a pedestrian-involved crash on Route 72 Sunday night. Investigators say Anthony Fassendini was hit near the intersection of Lincoln Avenue. Now we're told the driver is cooperating with police.
Well, right now, police in Plainville looking for the driver who they say almost ran over an officer during a traffic stop last night.
Police pulled this man over in a Mercedes on New Britain Avenue, right in front of the Volkswagen dealership there. You can see that man pretty clearly on your screen. Now, we're told the driver took off and then almost hit the officer who pulled him over.
Police did catch his license plate. You can see it here. If you know anything about this, give investigators a call.
This morning, 91 North in Wallingford back open after a serious crash involving a tractor trailer yesterday. Take a look. You can see the heavy backup after that interstate was shut down yesterday. We know at least one person was badly injured. This all happened right between exits 15 and 16 after 2 o'clock in the afternoon. That side of the interstate shut down for 5 hours, causing quite a mess for commuters. We'll, of course, bring you any updates as soon as we learn them.
Well, right now, we're working to learn more information if police in Hartford have made any arrests after a shooting happened last night. We're told someone was shot on Albany Avenue between Kent and Adams Street. It happened about 7 o'clock. Pinpoint News Tracker shows you where. The victim is in the hospital in stable condition this morning.
A man is due in court today on murder charges after the deadly stabbing of a bar owner in West Haven.
This happened Saturday morning at the Museum Bar when police say 49-year-old Omayeni Frank got into a fight with the bar's owner, stabbed him in the chest, and then took off. Police later arrested him at his home. He's now being held on a $2 million bond.
It's 7:07. AAA warning drivers about a dangerous trend of fatal vehicle crashes following the end of daylight saving time. Now, Connecticut, just one of many states that have seen that rise in deadly crashes after that recent time change.
Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Marcy Jones live in our studio this morning to break down that new data. Marcy.
Good morning. Well, according to a AAA study from 2018 to 2022, crashes increased more than double the 4 weeks after daylight saving time ended. Here's what experts say are the issues and some helpful tips to stay safe. The reasoning boils down to this: adjustments in sleep schedules combined with darker evening commutes can lead to drowsiness behind the wheel and result in more crashes. In Connecticut last year, there were 12 pedestrian crashes 4 weeks before daylight saving time and 24 pedestrian crashes during the 4 weeks following. AAA suggests doing what you can to get better sleep at night by following an early bedtime routine and reducing screen time before falling asleep. On the road, find ways to stay extra alert, whether that's carpooling, drinking caffeine, or exercising before driving. Another tip is to take a break every couple of hours or 100 miles to keep you refreshed. Tracy Noble with AAA says that there's been an increase in crashes across the state during the transitional period of time when it gets darker earlier, adding that all 24 incidents in Connecticut last year were during the 5 p.m. hour. One most recently was an 87-year-old woman who died after she was hit by a car around 5 p.m. in West Hartford on Friday.
There is something to be said for the fact that earlier darkness throws people off, and we're seeing a 50% increase just in the time of day crashes that are occurring.
For pedestrians, an important reminder if you're out walking, especially during this time, to wear bright or reflective clothing and carry a flashlight. In the studio, Marcy Jones, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Well, this week we are honoring our local veterans for their service. This is Marine veteran Peter Galgano, who was just inducted into the Connecticut Veterans Hall of Fame for his service to the country and the local community.
All right, and this is Marine veteran Carmel DeMauro, who served in 4 tours, including in Iwo Jima. Thank you to Peter, Carmel, and to all of our veterans here. We want to make sure that we continue to share your pictures of your favorite veterans. Send them to us online and the WFSB app.
And good morning, everyone. On this first alert weather day, it is 7:09, and we're going to be tracking those gusty winds throughout most of today. And despite the fact that we saw a little bit of rain, about 48 hours ago, it's not going to be enough. We need several inches for there to be no worries about fire weather danger. So the fire weather danger is high once again today, but besides that part, it is going to be a beautiful fall day. It's just going to be windy out there, and we're seeing a few passing clouds this morning. There's the just sustained winds, but the gusts are going to be in that 30-mile-per-hour range all the way through 4 o'clock. and the winds are going to be coming out of the northwesterly direction. So watch out in those east to west routes. You can feel the tug. So temperatures hanging out in the 50s today. Definitely need the jacket and especially those sunglasses. We'll be talking about even colder air moving in as early as tomorrow. Those numbers coming up here shortly.